Welcome back, and I just want to quickly mention that the third energy meeting is still on today at 11 o'clock. It's the JRF Energy Committee meeting that was canceled, and as of right now, there's no new date to be determined for that. So just to let you know. Right now, we have Dan Daly on, and Dan has been with us over the years many times.
Many times.
And you're with Alzheimer's Orange County, and coming up tomorrow, they are going to be having, with the Alzheimer's Club here in the village, they're going to be having their Ask the Doc series. I know you've done this several times before.
Right. The Ask the Doc series, it's part of UCI Mind and UCI Health Services.
Yeah.
And what they have is a number of physicians and specialists in neurology, neuropsychiatry, internal medicine, geriatricians, and they go out into the community and they bring all of their resources to the community to events like we have scheduled for tomorrow. And it's basically giving those attendees an opportunity to ask the questions they normally wouldn't have the opportunity to ask one-on-one. So it's going to be a great format.
And I know Dr. Tam you've had before, right?
Dr. Tam was out here last year.
Yeah.
He's an associate clinical professor in the Division of Geriatrics at UCI Health.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be very informative.
Yeah, and some of the things that he's going to talk about, of course, are disease-related changes in personality and behavior, right?
Correct. Yeah, what he'll do is he'll give an overview of dementia and Alzheimer's, and then he'll open it up to questions. So whatever questions they'll have, he'll be able to answer them without any difficulty at all. So it's going to be a great opportunity for the attendees.
And I think it's going to be a really good opportunity for people who maybe care for loved ones. Quite often there's confusion too between what's the difference between dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Do they overlap? Is one the same as the other?
It's the most commonly asked questions. In fact, sometimes people will say, if I have Alzheimer's, does that mean I'm going to get dementia? Well, basically, dementia is an umbrella term, and there's four major dementias. Probably the most popular one is Alzheimer's, and that represents 70% of all the dementia cases.
Okay.
So the others like vascular, frontotemporal, Lewy body, they represent another 30%.
Okay, and it being an umbrella term, each one of those specific diseases affect people differently.
Exactly. Well, with Alzheimer's, there's definitely a progressive disease of the brain, and it destroys the neurons in the brain. And it is irreversible, and it is fatal. It can be on a very fast track or a very slow track. The other dementias are also going to have the same impact on the brain. And what's happening is the cognitive functioning is compromised. And that is the hallmark of all of these diseases.
Okay. So when people come to this on Friday, that's going to be at 10 o'clock to about noon on Clubhouse 3, obviously the doctor is going to give a talk, but then it's going to be open for questions?
It'll be open for questions, and what he will do is he will explain a scenario whereby a loved one has a caregiver that could be a husband, could be a wife, could be a relative, or a close friend. And he will point out to them and emphasize how they have to adjust in their dealings with the loved one. Because invariably what happens is the loved one's personality will change. You can have somebody that's a very genteel, placid person. In a year down the road, all of a sudden they become very agitated and aggressive, and they take on a new personality. They can start swearing like a drunken sailor. They can accuse somebody of stealing something. So it's that caregiver that has to learn how to cope with that, and it's a real challenging role to have.
Yeah, I bet it is. And there's no easy answers, right? Because it can manifest differently.
It can manifest differently. Again, you can have somebody that, again, is a very nice person, becomes very hostile. And it can get very discouraging for the caregiver. The family member can, a year out, can say, I've had enough of this, I can't do it anymore.
Right.
Or they make the mistake of trying to continue on a normal lifestyle and normal conversations, and it's just not going to be productive.
Yeah.
So they have to learn how to adjust to the changes in the loved one.
Wow, quite a challenge.
Oh, it's a brutal challenge.
Yeah. Alzheimer's Orange County, We know that you're going to be, I don't know when it opens, right up the street here, right?
It's going to be opening about the third week of this month. It's
Okay.
called SCAD, South County Adult Day Services.
Right.
It's in the old Morgan Stanley Financial Building. It's going to have a footprint of about a little less than 10,000
Okay.
feet. So we'll have anywhere from 70 to 72, 73 people that can go in and out of there on a day-to-day basis. It's not only a dementia, it's Alzheimer's. There's other situations as well that
Right.
people are rehabbing from. But it's a great opportunity for the family member to drop off the loved one who's going to be in great care, because there'll be nursing there. There's rehab there. There's physical therapy there. They keep them very active during the course of the day from 8:30 to, say, 4 o'clock.
Right.
Lunch is served. And it's the first one that we're involved with, and we're going to ultimately have 4 throughout Orange County.
Fantastic.
So it's a tremendous demand for these centers like that.
Very good. And what is the website? Is it just Alzheimer's Orange County?
Still www.alzoc.org.
Okay. And again, the meeting, which is tomorrow, brought to you by the Alzheimer's Club here in Laguna Woods Village, at Clubhouse 3, Dining Room 2, at 10 a.m. till noon, and you're all invited to come there.
And light refreshments will be
Excuse
served
me.
by Comfort Keepers.
All right. Very good. Nice to see you, Dan.
Ken,
as
great to
always.
see you again. Thank you for the opportunity.
You take care. We'll be right back.